And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch it live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today is a big old Thursday. We are now officially 14 days out, 2 full weeks away from the start, the first round 1 of the NFL draft. So the rest of this week, we will be kind of, concluding with our NFL draft prospects of the day, and then for draft week we'll kind of start ranking of kind of all the positions, the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, which one do we think are the best according to what we have seen in the NFL draft prospects where we've already been breaking them down. And then throughout the week, probably on that first day, that Monday, Sunday, however we're actually going to play it, or maybe even Friday, doing an exact week on that Thursday. But however we play it, doing mock drafts throughout that week. So nice little lead up of the draft. So we will be kind of wrapping up our draft countdown here, looking at an NFL draft prospect every day. But we still got another week, folks. It's another full 7 days of looking at prospects and seeing which ones are actually good out here. So today we are going to be looking at Cade Johnson, a wide receiver from the FCS. We already have, a good quarterback and Trey Lance, that's from North Dakota State in the FCS. So we'll kind of see, he's praised to go very high. So we'll look at what Cade Johnson is also doing in the FCS, if he can kind of compete with Trey Lance a little bit. And then we're also breaking down the NBA from last night, as per usual. And let's just get right into it with the stories of the day. And if you thought we would not be talking about Julian Edelman, are you nuts? Of course we are going to be talking about this man, because he's not Hall of Fame eligible till 2026. So we have 4 straight years. We have 5. It's 2021. We got 5 years. 5 years every single day making our case for Julian Edelman. So buckle up, folks. 5 times 365. That's 1,500 days. 1,500 straight shows of telling you why Julian Edelman should be a Hall of Famer. No, we're not going to do that, of course, but, just a little note out here that, hey, it's a long road. It's the long game. So we made our initial argument. Let's maybe take a couple of months. Let's wait till the NFL season, still kind of feel how we're feeling. Maybe a couple of years. Let's get 2 years under our belt and then revisit this and kind of, once again, just kind of how has the league shifted in the last 5 years? Does this man still deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? So, hey, if you're tired of hearing about Julian Edelman in the Hall of Fame, yes or no? Well, you got 5 more years, and that's just his first year of eligibility. Then you're going to have to worry about, him getting in there every single year for the rest of eternity. So it's the long game, folks. If you're tired of the argument, unfortunate, it's here to stay, and it's here to live on forever, really. So 2026 is when this man can finally, firstly, potentially, possibly, maybe, deservingly, possibly not, but also probably we think so. But there's also people that don't say so, that he gets into the Hall of Fame. So here we go, folks. Alrighty, did we see this one yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, yeah. We kind of, we knew this was coming. We saw it at the end of last night's show. But the Browns did sign pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney, 1 year, $10 million. And let's see what he says. I mean, there's a reason why players want to go to places, and that's kind of a little theme of our show right now. Here we go. Jadeveon Clowney explains why he joined the Hungry Browns. He says, quote, "They wanted me, and when you're wanted by somebody, you can't just turn down a relationship like that." Obviously, Richard Sherman, nobody wants him right now, so he really can't, he can't really go anywhere if nobody really wants him currently. And then he also says, let's see what we get here with some of these quotes. Where else did he say? Right here. Another reason why he chose the Browns, quote, them guys, they're hungry. I can tell you what, they're very hungry, and they feel like they're on a winning team too. So that's why I jumped on board, trying to get on that winning team, Clowney said on his new team. Quote, I don't think Cleveland is like people think they used to be. So I'm looking forward to the season and playing with a real great group of guys and getting after it, guys. So once again, winning in this league not only makes your team better because, you're winning. It makes your fans happy. You're winning games. It also attracts free agents, better talent. Hey, this team's winning and they want to keep winning and they know how to win and everybody in the locker room is buying into winning. Well, I'm going to go to the winning team and not the Lions, who once again are having an experimental first-time head coach to try and lead that team to success. Yeah, I'm going to take my talents to the proven winners. Once again, winning. Are you winning? Can you win? Julian Edelman, he's a winner. He wins. Jadeveon Clowney would love to play on a team that has Julian Edelman because he knows Julian Edelman is a winner. That's what you get when you win. You attract other winners so you can continue to win and win even better and win even greater and win even more consistently and then hopefully win the big game. So yes, winning matters so much in this league, not just on paper wins and losses, but you attract other free agents, other great talent in this league to come out and help you win more games. It's all about winning. That's why we like Julian Edelman in the Hall of Fame, because he won consistently at a high level, and he was a true reason why they won as well. You got to be a reason why you're winning. Come on. So that's why Jadeveon Clowney chose the Browns. They wanted him. They're winning. They're winners. He thinks they're winners. It's all working out. So you have to win. Stop with all these stats with no wins. It means nothing. Phillip Rivers' career essentially kind of means nothing in the grand scheme of the league. Yes, he was out here for every single season, but he wasn't winning. So what's the point? You could basically say he never existed, and the overall landscape of the NFL would still be exactly the same. Colts with Phillip Rivers, or the Chargers with Phillip Rivers, 0 rings, no wins. So you got to win, man. You have to win. If you're not winning, I do not care. That I got to rebrand the show to Are You Winning? That's what the name of the show should be, because we talk about winning every single day in the NBA when we're seeing what are the players doing. Kyrie can't win by himself. Kevin Durant can win by himself on that Nets team. James Harden can win by himself on the Nets team. But Kyrie Irving, who says he's so freaking good and doesn't want to play with other kind of great players like LeBron because it takes away from, Kyrie Irving's career because he's playing with LeBron James. Kyrie Irving wants to be the number one. He wants to be the main guy, but he can't win by himself. So I don't understand his words to back that up. You're not winning on the court. That's why we're, whenever we see, Kyrie Irving go in the media and talk all this nonsense, we're like, but you're not winning. So what is the point? Jadeveon Clowney got in a team with a bunch of winners because they just made it to the playoffs last year, folks. They're getting good. Alrighty, but that's just one person, man. That's just one person in this NFL looking for a winning team to go and join. And who is the other one? Giovanni Bernard, who we've been talking about as well, the ex-Bengals running back, now with the Bucs. Once again, here's why he says he went there. Giovanni Bernard on joining the Bucs, quote, I think the biggest factor for me was just what I saw, what these guys are continuing to try to build here in Tampa Bay, what they guys are continuing to try to build here in Tampa Bay. Build a dynasty. That's why we're Bucs fans going into next season, because they returned all their players. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about anything other than winning. We've got Tom Brady. He took us instantly to Super Bowl champions year 1. Well, let's try year 2 and year 3, because I want to win in this league. We've all gotten paid, or we all will go after money, but let's win first. Let's prove that we can win games consistently, win Super Bowls consistently. Let's build something. Let's build a dynasty. Let's build something so in 10 and 15, 20 years down the road, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, when they talk about this 2020, 2021, 2022 Bucs team, they're like, damn, that was a mother-loving dynasty, and it's one of the greatest teams ever ever to play the game because they all just wanted to win. They got the winners. They all put in the work to win, and then at the end of the day, they ended up winning. So once again, winning gets you better players. Winning matters. Win the game. Can you win the game? That is what you are trying to do out here in sports, in competition, is to win. Stats should not be the end-all, be-all. Winning shouldn't be the end-all, be-all either, but it should be a huge factor. And just because you don't have career, record-setting stats, and yeah, you weren't the best of your position, but did you do enough or, go above and beyond time and time again at the biggest games, the Super Bowl, the championship level games? Did you go above and beyond? Did you get it done consistently in those games? Because I'm taking what you did in the Super Bowl, what you did in the AFC, NFC championship games, what you did in your playoff run. I'm weighing that way heavier than what you did week 4 against the worst team in the league that you put up, 400 yards. I don't care. It's a meaningless game if you do not continue to win and make something of yourself in that season. So you have to win, folks. Y'all love not winning. I swear, whenever I'm on Twitter and everybody's, praising all these stats and all these good shots and all this and that, but they're not winning. It's like, y'all love not winning so much. It's crazy, folks. If you're not winning, I truly don't care. You have to win. Please win. Winning, win. Be a winner. All right, so Giovanni Bernard goes to the Bucks because he can already feel the difference. Let's see if we get any more quotes here. Quote, we already, read this one, but it goes into a longer quote, so we'll reiterate it here. You can already feel the difference, just the atmosphere. As soon as I walked in the building, as soon as he walked in, he felt that winning culture, that winning momentum, because all the winners are still there, folks. They re-signed all the winners. Offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, they still got Tom Brady. They've got winners here. Keeping on with the quote here, you can tell there's an excitement still buzzing. Obviously, you guys won the Super Bowl last year, but you can kind of tell nobody's kind of let their guard down. Everybody's excited for that next run, and I'm just excited to be a part of that. So they're still buzzing. They still want more. That's what winners want. They got that taste of winning, and they're like, we can't let this taste go. We have to get better. We have to get another win. I've got to get another Lombardi. And now everybody, Tom Brady's like, yeah, I've got 70 of these things, and I still want an 8th. And everyone's like, damn, I just got my first and I want a second, and this man's won his 8th Super Bowl, his 8th championship. So that hunger, that appetite of winning never fades on true competitors, true winners. Always winning, folks. Do y'all get it? Win. Can y'all win? Are y'all winning? Win. Damn. You can win or lose. Which one are you taking? I'm choosing the winning. I'm going to choose the winning. Y'all can choose whatever you want, but when I got, I can either win or lose, I'm going to choose to win, and I will do whatever it takes to win, and that's what these people are doing. That's what these free agents are doing. They want to just mother-loving win. So just win. Julian Edelman is a winner. Hall of Famer. Damn. Alrighty. What else do we get here? Let's read this last quote here. Let's see if, right here. All right, quote. Being able to work with Tom Brady, that in itself was something that was really, really tough for me to pass up on. Just to be able to build that relationship with him, Bernard said. His resilience on the running back is huge, and I'm sure that's how it is across the league. Me personally, I feel like I will always want to be an every down back for me. So it's not just about the passing. For me, I really take into account the blocking. That's a huge thing. Obviously, you want to be able to protect the investment behind you. I've always really relied on that. So, hey, Giovanni Bernard's like, hey, you don't have to give me the ball. I'll block for Tom Brady. I will do whatever it takes to win. I will block. I want to be an every down back, but if you want to put me out there for only kind of to help in the passing game to help block and protect Tom Brady, I'll do that because I want to win. I was with the Bengals, and we were trash. I was with the Bengals with Andy Dalton, and it was just trash. We were not winning. We were decently winning in the regular season, 8-8, 9-7, 10-6. That was kind of the Bengals, and, we'd always get bounced first round of the playoffs. We couldn't even win the playoff game. Tom Brady's going to Super Bowl after 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 Super Bowl. Was that 10? I lost count. There was 10 of those things. He went to 10 of those things. And so, Giovanni Bernard, he's like, I can't even get past the first round of the playoffs, and this man's consistently competing for rings. I will block. I do not care. I will lay my body on the line. I want to win. Win. Are you winning? Can you win, please? Tom Brady's a winner. And Giovanni Bernard's teaming up with the winner here and will protect the winner at all costs. Winning, folks, you gotta win, all right? Alrighty, let's go to another story now. This isn't about winning, so relax, y'all. Here we go. Well, we know the Aaron Donald, got into a little altercation. We saw the picture yesterday, but we didn't really get any details. Now we got some details. So let's see what went down in this club after hours that resulted in this man having a sling and stitches and a big old swollen right eye. So here we go. Details are beginning to emerge into the alleged assault charges that have been filed against Los Angeles Rams defensive lineman Aaron Donald. According to Melinda Roeder of KDKA News in Pittsburgh, Vincent Spriggs has officially filed assault charges against the Rams defensive tackle and is alleging that after he accidentally bumped into Donald, he was then jumped by Donald and others who were with him, who also began pounding on him as well. Spriggs says he suffered a concussion, a broken arm, and needed 16 stitches near his eye. So that's what it's all about at a club. This man accidentally bumps into Aaron Donald, and then Aaron Donald just goes beast mode on this man and starts beating the heck out of him, and his friends jump in. Hey, you can't be bumping into the defensive player of the year like that. Do you know who this is? Do you know who this is? Well, you're going to learn now, because we're going to start breaking you and beating you and stitching you down. So, oh my goodness. Vincent Spriggs says the fight started after he bumped into Aaron Donald at the Boom Boom Room After Hours Club on the South Side around 3 a.m. Sunday. They say LA Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald and his friends assaulted Spriggs, who accidentally bumped into Donald. So we'll see what happens. I mean, just one lone little bump. Was that really the case? Were there some words? Obviously, there's probably alcohol involved at an after hours club at 3 in the morning. So y'all know how that goes. So we'll see what happens to this. Does this kind of get, paid with hush money? I mean, this man's going to make out. I mean, how could you not? I'd be like, hey, give me a couple $100K, maybe even $1 million, and we'll just let this slide, and we don't have to go to court or anything like that, and you can kind of, still keep your fame in the NFL. So we'll see what happens. But he has officially filed assault charges on Aaron Donald, and definitely not a good look for this man or the league. And the league, what did the Rams say? They got a quote here. All right, this is what the Rams said, quote, "We are aware of reports regarding Aaron Donald. We are collecting more information and will have no further comment at this time." Classic, boilerplate, what you have to say statement. So don't get really any information from that, but we'll keep up with the story to kind of see if anything else took place, if it was just truly a bump. But we'll see. Aaron Donald, we don't get any updated pictures of Aaron Donald, but we still get pictures of this man, and this man is looking bad still. I think the eye is still swollen shut, folks. Gosh darn. And the sling, the broken arm, definitely does not help either. So just a little bump, folks. Be careful who you bump into out there. You never know when you're going to bump into the defensive player of the year in the NFL and get busted on, get beaten up on. So that's where we're at with the story. Aaron Donald. Yikes. Alrighty, let's continue moving on. Oh, somebody wanting to get better to try and win? I'm all about it. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb aiming to, quote, be better, be a better version of himself in 2021. I absolutely love it. Somebody has to step up on this Cowboys team. I mean, nobody stepped up last year after Dak went down. One of the most disappointing teams in all of football last year. I've got no problem saying that. The Cowboys have still their loaded roster offensively, talent-wise, and Andy Dalton and Mike McCarthy couldn't get it figured out for half a season? Come on. You couldn't even win 8 games to win the division? Come on. You couldn't even go 500 record, 50-50 wins lost to try and beat out the Redskins for that number 1 spot at the NFC East? Come on. So what a disappointing season for the Cowboys last season. But we got CeeDee Lamb, a great receiver out here for the Cowboys, saying that he wants to get better. So let's see what this man wants to say. Alrighty, here we go. Quote from CeeDee Lamb. I want to focus on me being better for the team and definitely want to be as impactful on this team as I possibly can. Thank you. He wants to win. He wants to get the team better. He's like, hey, I know I'm talented, and I know I got a lot of talent around me, and, not being first in the NFC East is really just unacceptable. It truly is. So, loving that CeeDee Lamb wants to get a little bit better here. What else does he say here? Naturally, the team will get better. Well, I don't know about naturally. You got Mike McCarthy at the helm. We know what this man does. He sleeps in his office while getting massages while the players are practicing. We know this. So I wouldn't say naturally. That's a little yikes. So let's continue on with the quote. Naturally, the team will get better. I don't think so. We started a whole new system, if you will. We got a new defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. Offensively, we got everybody back. It's a whole new role. I'm looking to be a better version of myself, to be better than last year. And if everyone has that mindset as a collective group, we'll be better. Yeah, absolutely. If everybody has the intention, if everybody has the mindset of collectively getting better, you should be getting better. But it's not going to come naturally, like he said here. But they are going to have to work for it. They do have some things to overcome. They have to get Dak back on track. They got to get him back into rhythm. Hopefully he isn't too kind of PTSD with that injury, and he doesn't kind of, forget how to play the game, how to play it safely, and, how to continue to get better and start winning more. And Mike McCarthy has to do something with his team. I mean, there is big pressure on Mike McCarthy to have success. I mean, we just saw Bruce Arians take Tom Brady, and I know there was a lot of talent and Tom Brady didn't get injured like Dak Prescott did. I get it. But we saw Bruce Arians take a kind of a decently new group of guys offensively. I mean, they were just bringing in piece after piece after piece. They didn't really care, and they were able to plug them in, make it work. It was a little bumpy at the start, but, it's a give and to have a little bit of a learning curve when you're bringing in new players and new staff and new systems, and you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but Tom Brady's out here learning an entire new offense because of how great of a coach Bruce Arians is. We get Mike McCarthy this season. Dak Prescott goes down, and it's like the SpongeBob forgot his name. He threw out the name, just absolutely panicking, starting the fire in the brain, looking for the name, but they threw it out, and just complete madness ensues. And that's kind of what happened with the Cowboys last season. So I love that CeeDee Lamb has this mindset. Hopefully everybody catches on, and especially Mike McCarthy, because last season was truly unacceptable. So we'll see what happens this season with the Cowboys. They've got a kind of they do kind of have an uphill battle to climb, because we see the Eagles having their guy, and the Giants are starting to get good, and Washington with Ron Rivera, I mean, with literally no good players on that team. They were working with Taylor Heineke and Alex Smith all year, and Dwayne Haskins at quarterback, and they were still able to win the division, get into the playoffs, and compete with Tom Brady in that first playoff game. So, they've got a lot of competition. Watch out for the Giants with Saquon Barkley back for an entire season healthy. So we'll see what happens with this Cowboys team, and if they truly all buy in to what CeeDee Lamb is trying to do here for this Cowboys team. Alrighty, this man's back in the news, unfortunately. Brett Favre, he opens his mouth, and he sounds like the ultimate boomer, the ultimate boomer out here. Great talent in the NFL, absolutely, but he only won one Super Bowl, so not a true winner, true competitor, true gunslinger, I'll give him that, but a true winner, not the best. So here we go. Brett Favre is just annoyed. He says, the sports aren't sports anymore. So this is what this man is continuing to say, which is just absolutely absurd. And I really, let's just go with it. Here we go. Pro Football Hall of Famer Brett Favre. Oh man, I can't wait to have those words next to Julian Edelman. Pro Football Hall of Famer Julian Edelman said. Pro Football Hall of Famer Brett Favre said he does not want politics involved in sports because it's hurting the games. Favre made his comments Sunday on the Andrew Klavan show on the Daily Wire. He added that he believes most fans want sports to remain about sports and not politics. Quote, I know when I turn on a game, I want to watch a game. I want to watch players play and teams win, lose, come from behind, Favre said. I want to watch all the important parts of the game, not what's going on outside of the game. And I think the general fan feels the same way. Quote, I can't tell you how many people have said to me, I don't watch the game anymore. It's not about the game anymore. And I tend to agree. Oh my goodness, folks, what are we talking about here? I absolutely hate when people say, oh, I use, insert whatever, form of entertainment, movies, television, sports, video games. I hate when, entertainment in sports, they involve politics. Everything is about politics, folks. You can't escape it. And I hate when people say I use it as an escape. When I watch a movie, I just want to watch the movie and I don't want to think about anything else. You can't, you can't balance two things in your mind at once. You have to, you have to go all in on one thing. You can't think or just kind of enjoy something without, something affecting your mental state. I can watch sports and I truly don't care. Put politics into sports. I do not care. Whatever y'all want to do, I truly do not care. I'll let y'all do whatever y'all want to do. But I can at once, I can do two things in my mind. I can watch sports and see the political nature that's being shown in the sports and not have it affect me while watching it. I can do that. So I don't understand why everybody's like, oh my goodness, the game, it's not about the sports anymore. It's not about the game anymore. Is it? I watch sports and there's people kneeling and I instantly have to turn it off. What? That affects you so much you can't just be like, oh, okay, that's what he's doing. Okay, that's his cause. Whether you believe it or not, it shouldn't affect you. And if it does affect you, then go out and make the change. And if it doesn't affect you, then, affect you mentally, not affect you as a person. I want to get that out there. Affect you mentally. Like, if you truly do not care, like Brett Favre says, hey, I don't want to, watch politics. I don't want politics to be involved in sports. Then just watch the sports for the sport. Mute the TV if that's what you have to do. If that's the extreme measure you have to go through, then do that. But the fact that you can't have two thoughts going at the same time in your head, just watching the game and just kind of, if you're that not into politics in any form of entertainment, then not to have it affect your mental state. I don't understand why people just can't do that. And not everything is for you. Not everything's about you. Just if you want to just have one aspect of this entertainment, then just focus on that one aspect of entertainment. It's truly wild, man. We get more quotes here. What else do we get? Did we get we get anything else? I thought we did. All right. Quote, it's really a shame that it's come to this, he said. Something has to unify us. And this was going about, the flag. Let's read this paragraph right here. The 20-year-old veteran and Super Bowl 31 winner was open about voting for former President Donald Trump in the 2020 election. So once again, he's just being a hypocrite right here. When I want to watch Brett Favre, all I care about is football. So why is he out here putting politics in his kind of image? That's not what I go to Brett Favre for. I go to Brett Favre for football knowledge, football information, not about him voting for Trump. So once again, the hypocrisy. I mean, and it's just clear hypocrisy by literally everybody, man. It's just, and nobody sees it, or they just ignore it, and just once again, it's just so frustrating. It's like, what are y'all talking about? Every time everybody opens their mouth, they instantly hypocrite themselves. They instantly, it's truly wild out here. So, he's open about voting for Donald Trump in the 2020 election, but, he doesn't want politics in sports. You just did it yourself, man. All right. When asked why it was controversial for him to support Trump, but not for athletes to kneel for the national anthem, Favre said the controversy was very lopsided, and kneeling for the anthem has, quote, created more turmoil than good, because you couldn't understand what was going on, and as soon as you saw it, you didn't hear the message or see the message. You just instantly said, "Oh my God, he's disrespecting the flag." When time again, he says, Colin Kaepernick said, this has nothing to do about the flag. We've had, former servicemen in the army, all that, the military. They say, yeah, that's a good way to protest the what is going on here. So, I just don't get it, man. Y'all say the same thing every time, and it's like, no, you were wrong the first time, but you keep on going and saying it. It's just, I can't even talk about it anymore, because it's literally so stupid, man. If you cannot enjoy something just for it, and whenever politics or something that you don't agree with is introduced in that entertainment, whether it's movies, TV, music, sports, video games, whatever it is, if you can't just enjoy whatever it is without your mood changing, without it letting it change your mood, that's a you problem. That is just a you problem. There's literally politics in everything we do, folks. There's literally politics in everything. It's subliminal most of the time, and if you so I just don't get it, man. You don't want politics in sports. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's just nonsense. It's people not wanting to think. It's people not wanting to understand the full problem or just understand the full cause. You don't even have to be for a cause. Just understand both points. That's all you have to do. It's not that hard, man. You don't always have to go out and do everything. It's not that. It's truly not that, man. It's not that, but. Let's just keep moving on here. We're done. We're done with that. Truly done with Brett Favre. I mean, just like, what are we talking about now, man? All right, let's go to this one. Here we go. Veteran wide receiver / returner Cordarrelle Patterson was in Atlanta yesterday visiting, and they expected a deal to get done, and the deal did get done, because here we go. Just today, Falcons do end up signing Cordarrelle Patterson to a 1-year deal. Now, he's obviously not going to be kind of the wide receiver. He was never a main wide receiver out here. I mean, look at his yards. His best receiving year was his rookie year, 469 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's never been that kind of A1, tier 1 main wide receiver. He wasn't even wide receiver 2 here for the Bears, and we know they didn't have the greatest wide receivers there. So, he is a better returner than he is kind of a pass catcher. I mean, he's got multiple 1,000-yard return yard seasons for the kick returns. His rookie year, 1,300 kick return yards with 2 touchdowns kick returning. 2015, 1,000 yards kick returning with 2 touchdowns. Just these last 2 years, 2019 with the Bears, 825-yard returning yards, 1 touchdown. And then just this year, 1,000 kick return yards along with another touchdown. So, and we also know that the Falcons are kind of good at wide receiver. They've got their main 2, Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, so they don't need him as a wide receiver. So expect the Falcons just to kind of really use Cordarrelle Patterson potentially in the run game. We've kind of seen him in some nice little end around games a little bit. I mean, he just put up 200 yards rushing this season while only having 132 yards receiving. So he's actually a better rusher this season than he was a pass catcher. So we'll see him kind of, in the formation as wide receiver number 3. Watch out for some end arounds to hit the edge, to try and hit the home run play. We've seen him do it multiple times. That's what he's good at, reading the holes, getting in the holes, getting out, getting to those holes quickly before they close, because that's what you do on kick return, and that's what he can kind of do in the fake run game as well. So expect Cordarrelle Patterson to get a lot of trickery here for the Falcons, especially since they've got the new 2 wide receivers to already rock with. But Cordarrelle Patterson is the newest Falcon. Alrighty, some basketball stories now, and this one really just came out of nowhere. Truly, LaMarcus Aldridge, who just signed with the Nets, is now retiring from the NBA. He said on Instagram that he had an irregular heart rhythm, which is scary as heck, and he was like, yeah, it was scary as heck. So his last game wasn't feeling so good. His heart was beating out of rhythm. He saw the doctor. He said it was one of the most scariest experiences he ever felt in his entire life. And I'm assuming his doctor said, yeah, you can't kind of exercise yourself at this high level night in, night out. You're old, man. He's like, what is he, 35, 36? Like, you're up there, man. You can't put this stress on your heart anymore. So he unfortunately has to retire from the NBA now, and that's just truly unfortunate. We saw him getting decent production. He was still getting good production out here this season. Even before he went to the Nets, when he was still with the Spurs, he was still getting good production out there. He was getting like 10 points, 11 rebounds every single game. That was real gosh dang good. Just truly unfortunate. I mean, that just kind of speaks to how much you have to give just for your body to be a professional athlete for multiple seasons. I mean, he's been in the league for 15 years, folks. That amount of stress consistently, it wears so much on the body, and that's just something that I don't think it's truly appreciated in sports, just how like how wild the human body is, how crazy the human specimen is, and what you can kind of endure with your body, what you can put your body through. Unfortunately, it catches up to everybody. It does catch up to you at some point, and it caught up to LaMarcus Aldridge just the last game that he played. So truly, truly unfortunate. What a career, what a legend, and the man. It's truly sad to see somebody not be able to kind of walk away from the sport on their own terms. Truly, because unfortunate, because they put so much time into this game, this craft, to be the best, to win. He wanted to be a winner. He was a winner. So LaMarcus Aldridge, a winner. We love it, and he unfortunately has to retire from the NBA because of irregular heart rhythm. Alrighty, but let's go to this one. DeMar DeRozan, we know that he is, what was the quote? He's going to, use this free agent opportunity and go far and wide for who he's going to decide to go to. So he catches back up with Kyle Lowry here after the game last night, all laughing, smiling, joking. Does DeMar DeRozan return to Toronto next year with Kyle Lowry? Probably not. They traded him away. But we'll see what happens here with DeMar DeRozan. We know he's not going to be a Spur next season, but people are already starting to recruit this man. Kyle Lowry's like, what's up, man? Hey, you trying to run it back here in Toronto? We got a pretty good young squad. We just got Gary Trent Jr. I'm still going to be here. You want to join us? So we'll see what happens with DeMar DeRozan in this offseason. Alrighty, another player here, Isaiah Thomas. He ended up signing a 10-day contract with the Pelicans, and he played 3 games, and they never re-signed him to a bigger deal, another 10-day contract. So now he's kind of a free agent. And we get a report here, Isaiah Thomas expected to receive interest from Miami, Boston, and Milwaukee. We'll see. Boston's probably a decent fit for him. Miami's not that good of a fit. I mean, once Victor Oladipo gets back, they truly wouldn't even need him, and Victor Oladipo's only out for the road trip thus far. So I don't see Isaiah Thomas going to Miami. Don't really see him going to Milwaukee either. They kind of have some decent point guards. They already got Drew Holiday. They can kind of use Dante DiVincenzo to kind of run the second team as well, so he probably wouldn't go to Milwaukee. But Boston, I mean, they got Evan Fournier off the bench, but that's really it. And maybe move Evan Fournier to the shooting guard position off the bench and have Isaiah Thomas facilitate the floor. It could be a little bit better. So I think Boston, of these 3 names that are reported to draw interest, I mean, this is such a funny headline right here. Isaiah Thomas is expected to receive interest from these 3 teams. Like what? Why? Especially why the Heat? I don't get the Heat at all. But Boston there makes a little sense. They are very, very shallow. They have no bench. I mean, Evan Fournier is the only good bench piece that they have. Tristan Thompson, that's their second best piece off the bench, but I mean, it's a big. You're really not going to be able to facilitate the floor, expect too many points from him off the bench. So Isaiah Thomas, decent score. I mean, look what he did here in the 3 games that he played here for the Pelicans this season. Absolutely pretty good here. Only played 3 games during that 10-day contract. 10 points his first game with 2 assists, and only how many minutes he play here? 25 minutes, and he was a +7 on the floor in a 16-point loss. So very good positive play out here in this first game. Second game against Brooklyn, he puts up 11 points, 3 assists in only 19 minutes. Once again, he was a +2 on the floor in a 28-point loss. In just the very last game, he only played 4 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. He only played 4 minutes, folks. So those 2 games where he played decent minutes, he looked pretty decent out there. It wasn't bad. Coming off the bench, that's exactly what you want. Somebody that can facilitate the floor, get you 10-plus points, and at least be positive even if we're losing. So I think he could go somewhere and still have success. I still want to see him out here. I wish he was still playing for New Orleans. Unfortunately, they don't re-sign him. So he's free to go wherever he wants. Just needs to get signed. Hopefully he does. Those 2 games, man, looking pretty decent out there. For not playing for like 2 years, and he was still getting 10-plus points. I mean, that's pretty dang good. I'm about it. So we'll see where he goes. Alrighty, not a good story. So we got these good stories, bad stories fluctuating here today. But Nick Nurse was just asked after the game last night, what he's hoping to get out of his team over the final 17 games. He said he wants his players to develop. He did not mention the playoffs. Come on, Nick Nurse. We know it's tough for you to get into the playoffs this season. We know the season has not been that great. We know you've been dealing with constant injuries, but you're a game out from that 10th seed of the play-in tournament, and the Bulls don't look like they're getting any better now. I mean, they just lost again. That's 4 games losing streak for them. So Raptors, you could have gotten that magic, run that magic back one more time, Nick Nurse, and that's why I love Nick Nurse, because he didn't need the players, need the all-star superstars, A1 tier players to have success. He was getting it done with a bunch of role players, but now he's kind of floundering. They're not winning games. He's not in it this season. He doesn't even want to compete for a playoff spot when he's only a game out from getting into that play-in tournament. Now, just get into the play-in tournament and see what happens, but at least win, at least try to win. He doesn't even want to win out here. So I'm a little disappointed in Nick Nurse. Just wanting his players to develop, not mentioning the playoffs. 17 games, only 1 game back from getting into the play-in tournament where anything can happen. Why not go for it? That's how you develop, getting playoff experience. You think you're developing by just playing a meaningless game in the regular season? Come on. Get better, more, there's more urgency. That's better defense. You're facing you'll probably face the best team in the league, even if they get into the play-in tournament, because they'll be the 8th seed and they'll have to go against, 76ers or the Brooklyn Nets first round, which is an instant sweep. But this is how you develop, getting into the playoffs, knowing what it takes to win in the playoffs, not just winning in the regular season. I mean, regular season wins, yeah, they're good, but the only reason why you play the regular season is to get into the postseason. So a little disappointed that Nick Nurse isn't trying to get into that regular season play-in tournament for the playoffs. Little truly annoying, a little annoying. I'd be annoyed if I was the Raptors and my head coach didn't even want to get in the playoffs. It's like, what are we doing out here? So we'll see what happens with the Raptors. And then the last story up here, Austin Rivers and the Nuggets are, quote, in serious talks on a deal. And yeah, I mean, the Nuggets are definitely going to need him. We know Jamal Murray's out for the rest of the season. Now, the Nuggets just did win last night, so let's shout out the Nuggets for that. Ended up beating the Heats. Monte Morris fills in at the starting point guard position, 11 points, 2 assists, nothing great there. And now they're not great off the bench now because they have Monte Morris coming off of the bench to fill in that starting role. So now their bench is a little bit worse, and it was already not good, even with Jamal Murray in the starting lineup. So definitely should go after and pursue Austin Rivers very, very heavily here. He's not the greatest. He's not the best, but he's serviceable. He can hit the 3. He can facilitate the floor decently, and all he has to be is kind of the number 4 scorer out there. He literally doesn't have to he can let Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon do all the work. He just has to be, game manager out there, and I think that's exactly what Austin Rivers can do in this league. So I would definitely expect him to get signed here. I think this is definitely going to happen. This was talked about yesterday at 6:00 p.m., so I would definitely expect this to get done very, very quickly. Definitely to kind of just shore up their bench if he doesn't start. Let Monte Morris keep the starting point guard role, but get that depth, get that good 3-point shooting, get good, probably above average 3-point shooting in this league that Austin Rivers can do. So let's see what I would expect this to get done. I would kind of say that this will get done. I'll go out on a limb and say this will 100% get done by tomorrow. By tomorrow, we'll be talking about Austin Rivers getting it done with the Nuggets. Alrighty, that is all the stories that we needed to cover for today. So let's head over to the NBA and break down what happened last night. A lot of games on last night. A lot of kind of nice buzzer beaters, getting it done, winning, and nice little winners. We can celebrate some winners, true winners, game clutch shot, last second shot, game winning shots. We can celebrate some winners out here. So we'll talk about all that. We'll do our moneymaker for tonight's action. Then we'll head over to our NFL draft prospect of the day, Cade Johnson. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's just get right into it. Bucks and the Timberwolves, and the Bucks absolutely blow out the Timberwolves. No Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves, so that's why the game was a big old blowout. And the Bucks still didn't have Giannis, but they had literally everybody else. So let's just start here with the Bucks very, very quickly. Drew Holiday, 15 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Dante DiVincenzo, 7 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Brook Lopez, 18 points, 8 rebounds. Bobby Portis filling in for Giannis. at the 4, 13 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Not bad out there. And then Chris Middleton stepping it up, leading scorer. Love seeing this from Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is getting a lot of respect from me these last couple of games with Giannis being out. He's being the leading scorer for the squad. He's getting it done defensively, offensively. He's doing everything he needed to do to lead his team to be the kind of new number 1 option out here with Giannis out. So huge shout out to Chris Middleton. 27 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. He shot 3 of 7 from 3 and 60% overall from the field. So I'm about it. So everybody still got it done for the starters here for the Bucks, and they even got 2 great bench contributions out here. Pat Connaughton, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Brian Forbes, 14 points. So we'll take all that. A great overall game here for this Bucks team. They put up 130 points and they get the win. Let's quickly go over the Timberwolves before we move off of this game. D'Angelo Russell is still coming off the bench, but is still playing more minutes than Ricky Rubio overall. So this switch may not happen. They may just keep D'Angelo Russell off the bench for the rest of the season. I don't think that's really what you should do. You should start building that chemistry between D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns. I really think you should run a full season next year with that lineup, and then maybe just this offseason, bring in that extra piece, use that draft pick to shore up the bench, and then you can have a decent run next year in the East and see what happens. But Ricky Rubio still at the starting point guard position, 0 points on 5 shots, 2 assists. Anthony Edwards, 24 points, 3 assists. All right, 5 of 11 from 3, 38% overall from the field. He got us to 24 points. Has to be a little bit more efficient here overall. Naz Reid, 9 points, 15 rebounds. Jaden McDaniels, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And Josh Okogie, 13 points, 2 rebounds. And then off the bench, we get D'Angelo Russell with the 15 points, 6 assists on 28% shooting. So he was really poorly shooting the ball out there. But those 6 assists, that's what we're talking about. Led the team in assists. So let's get D'Angelo Russell back into the starting position any minute now, soon. And then let's also shout out Juancho Hernandez-Gomez off the bench, 18 points off the bench, pretty dang good. So if they had Karl Anthony Towns, the game probably would have been a lot more competitive. Unfortunately, he doesn't play, and they get blown out by 25. All right, next game up, Cavs, Hornets, and we had this in our moneymaker. Cavs plus 3.5. Come on, folks. It's Jared Allen. It's first game back. Come on, we had to bet that. We did bet that, and we hit it on that. So fantastic here. Let's talk about this Cleveland Cavaliers team. All righty. Colin Sexton didn't even play, and they still get the win. How crazy is that? So this was the lineup that the Cavs used. Darius Garland at the 1, Isaac Okoro at the 2, Dean Wade at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, and Jared Allen at the 5. So here we go. Darius Garland, 17 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds on pretty good shooting. 3 of 7 from 3, 53% overall. That's what we're talking about. Isaac Okoro didn't really fill in for Darius Garland, Colin Sexton at the shooting guard position. 7 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 25% on 8 shots. Not great. Jared Allen, first game back, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Yes, sir, getting it done. That's what we know Jared Allen can do. Kevin Love having good success here at the 4 with Jared Allen at the 5. 17 points, 11 rebounds for Kevin Love, but very well done by him out there. And then we get to Dean Wade to route out the starters. 6 points, 8 rebounds. All right, coming off the bench, we got Larry Nance Jr. off the bench, only 5 points on 14% shooting, not very good. But let's shout out Teron Prince, got it done, absolutely wonderful out here. 25 points, led the team in scoring, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, efficient as heck, 6 of 8 from 3, 69% overall from the field. So huge shooting night by Teron Prince, really helps out this team without Colin Sexton, makes up all those kind of points that they lost with Colin Sexton out, and got it basically with just Teron Prince. So a huge night by Teron Prince, really leads the Cavs over the Hornets here. And we know about this Hornets team. They've got no LaMelo Ball, no Gordon Hayward, no Malik Monk, and a little floundered out here. So Devontae Graham, 15 points, 7 assists, a decent night by him, 5 of 13 from 3. Terry Rozier, 22 points, led the team in scoring, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. He got it done, 4 of 10 from 3. Bismack Biyombo still at the starting 5 points, 5 rebounds. Miles Bridges, 20 points, 7 rebounds. And then Jalen McDaniels to round out the starters, 9 points, but on 23% shooting at 13 shots. So a little light here in the scoring department all around here for the starters. And then off the bench, nothing great. Cody Zeller, 10 points, 7 rebounds. Brad Wanamaker, 9 points. And that's really it. So not too deep here off the bench. Some lackluster players still in the starting rotation. So Hornets, man, just not able to kind of overcome all their injuries so far, and it is truly depressing. It's a little saddening this has happened to this Hornets team, of just everybody, all those meaningful pieces getting injured and being out. So a loss here by the Hornets. They are now at the 8th seed, looking to lose it at 27 wins. Pacers looking to be in the top 8 now at 26 wins. They are a game behind the Hornets, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Hornets can at least cling on to a play-in tournament. Maybe they get everybody back at the real end of the season, and maybe they can try and make a run, but truly unfortunate what they've done this season. Alrighty, let's move on to the 76ers and the Nets. And Kyrie Irving all alone can't get a win. And Joe Harris doesn't have good games with Kyrie Irving on the floor. What is that about, man? We see, Joe Harris putting up 25 points when, James Harden's on the floor. When Kevin Durant's on the floor, putting up 25 plus points, no trouble scoring. But, with Kyrie Irving on the floor by himself, Joe Harris doesn't have a good game. So, man, oh man, Kyrie Irving not getting others involved, man. That's the biggest knock. And the defense as well. We'll talk about it, but let's start here with the 76ers since they won. Everybody back healthy, everybody in the starting lineup here, so their normal starting lineup of Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. So Ben Simmons out there, 17 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds. Nice job out there. Seth Curry, 5 points, 1 of 3 from 3. Once again, not being that main scoring factor. Truly unfortunate. Danny Green, 7 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Once again, not that great offensive scoring, but they didn't need it because Joel Embiid doing Joel Embiid things. 39 points, 13 rebounds. Tobias Harris getting it done. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a +6 overall on the floor. So, the main starters, the main pieces, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, all get it done. Seth Curry, Danny Green being a little lackluster, just kind of getting it done defensively, which is still good, but we still would like you to get 10 plus points if you're in the starting lineup. You have to stretch the floor. You have to be a threat scoring out there so they overcommit defensively on you to get easier buckets. All right, and then off the bench, anything good out here? Shake Milton with the 15 points, 4 assists. Yes, sir, Shake Milton getting it done. Dwight Howard didn't play, and Furkan Korkmaz with 9 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. So we saw him have some decent success when he had to fill in for the starters when some of those players were out consistently over the last couple of games. So very well done to everybody involved here for the 76ers to beat the Nets. 123-117, nice little 5-point win. All right, let's talk about the Nets now. Kyrie Irving had 37 points. Yeah, very well done. 37 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. He shot 59% overall, only took 3 3-pointers, but it still results in a loss. And he was a -13 on the floor, the second worst plus-minus there for this Nets team. So Kyrie Irving, he has a decent individual game, but it doesn't result in wins. And what is the theme of the show here now, folks? Winning. You got to win. Kyrie Irving does not win on his own. That's the only knock I have on this man. He's not a good leader. He cannot lead the team by himself. And there's no reason why Kyrie Irving cannot lead this team to win. Look at the starting lineup. Kyrie Irving, Landry Shamet, DeAndre Jordan, Jeff Green, Joe Harris. Come on, there's worse teams out there that are still winning. That Knicks team is winning with just Julius Randle and RJ Barrett are the good starters. They have a decent bench, but this team has a decent bench. Bruce Brown, Nicholas Claxton's being good. So what's the deal here, man? Kyrie Irving not being able to win by himself, man. That's our knock. That is our knock. We will never forgive that knock until he starts winning on his own. Without LeBron, he won 29 games. 29. You think that's good? That's not. So Kyrie Irving still losing, and he's making Joe Harris worse out here. So he's not elevating play around him. He's making players worse. He's making Joe Harris worse. I don't think we've ever seen a bad game this season with Joe Harris in the starting lineup. So Kyrie Irving has a good night. Landry Shamet at the 2, 17 points, 3 assists on 40% shooting. DeAndre Jordan, 12 points, 5 assists, 14 rebounds. Jeff Green, 15 points, 4 rebounds. And then that brings up Joe Harris, only 6 points, a -16 on the floor. He had the worst plus-minus. Why was that? because Kyrie Irving was on the floor. I mean, that's the only thing that we can think of. We don't see Joe Harris ever flounder. We told y'all he's our 5th man of the year. That, non-superstar that is consistent every single game. Joe Harris and Tobias. Oh my God, they're both last names Harris. I didn't think that. Wow. Tobias Harris, Joe Harris, not brothers. You can clearly see when you look at them. But, wow, they are both Harrises. Wow. Harrises are consistent in this league, folks. I do not care. I will give them both 5th man of the year out here. So Joe Harris, only 6 points on 42% shooting, 0 of 2 from 3, a minus 16 on the floor. Couldn't really get it done. The bench for the Nets, Bruce Brown, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Nicholas Claxton, only 3 points, 3 rebounds. And Elise Johnson in 12 minutes getting 8 points, 8 rebounds off the bench. So just unfortunate Kyrie couldn't get it done himself out here, man. All right, let's move on to the Spurs and the Raptors. And the Raptors, without Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry, able to get it done. No Aaron Baines either, and they're still able to get it done. That's what we're talking about, folks. This is why we never bet for or bet against the Spurs, because we truly do not know what we're getting on a nightly basis. I mean, how do you lose against this Raptors team? What is going on? So let's start here with the Raptors. Who did good? Malachi Flynn having a pretty good game again. 16 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He didn't shoot. He wasn't efficient, 26% from the field. But overall, a decent stat line there. OG Anunoby at the 2 here, 22 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds on 4 of 7 from 3 and 50% overall from the field. Very well done. Kem Birch in the starting lineup finally, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Alrighty, loving that. Siakam at the 4, 20 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds. And then Chris Boucher now at the 3, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Alrighty, Nick Nurse, you're finding the lineup now. You're finding what works. So don't quit on the season, Nick Nurse. It's all good. It's all good here, man. Off the bench, it even worked absolutely fantastic. Freddie Gillespie, 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 18 minutes off the bench. Rodney Hood is still not stepping up. Only 4 points, 3 rebounds off the bench in 14 minutes. Yuta Watanabe is really showing out these last couple of games. 11 points, 4 rebounds. And then Paul Watson also off the bench. 9 points, 2 rebounds in 14 minutes. We'll take it. So decent scoring all throughout this team. Come on, Nick Nurse. Let's get in the game. You've got 17 games left. If you win all 17 games, that would put you at 39 wins, and you could theoretically still be the number 1 seed in the East. Right now, the 76ers only have 38 wins. So, yes, the 76ers would have to lose out, which is not going to happen. But, the Raptors can still make something of themselves this season, still salvage the season. That's what Nick Nurse does. He gets it all done. He knows his team has no superstars, and he's still able to kind of work them to winnable schedules, winning seasons. So come on, Nick Nurse, let's get it done out here. Come on, don't give up on the season just yet. Alrighty, so where were we here? Everything very good with the Raptors. For the Spurs team, what do we got? Anything good here? Derek White, leading scorer for the squad, 25 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Pretty good night. 6 of 11 from 3. We'll take it. All right, DeJounte Murray, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Jacob Poeltl, 4 points, 10 rebounds. Keldon Johnson, 10 points, 2 rebounds. And then DeMar DeRozan to round out the starters, 19 points, 11 assists. So not terrible overall by the starters. And then Patty Mills off the bench, 23 points, 3 rebounds. Lonnie Walker, 9 points off the bench. Drew Eubanks, 6 points, 6 rebounds in 17 minutes. So not bad overall here by the Spurs either. But the Raptors are able to get a little bit more production out of them. And they're able to win by 5, 117-112. So very well done by the Raptors. Let's keep it going here. I want to see this Raptors team in the playoffs and see what they can do. But Nick Nurse, man, you can win. You got it. You know the lineups. Get those players playing at a high level, these role players, and that's what they've been doing here. This game, they definitely did it. So, alrighty, moving on. Here we go. Clippers and the Pistons. And no Kawhi Leonard, no Paul George, no Marcus Morris for the Clippers. And Reggie Jackson says, all right, that's fine with me because this man just absolutely gets it done. So here we go. Clippers down 3 points with 30 seconds left, down 98-95. They have the ball. or they get the steal here. Great defense by Reggie Jackson, Nicholas Batum. Reggie Jackson fires it out. Cashes out 3 there. Reggie Jackson, a huge 3. And then here we go, tie at 98. Reggie Jackson buries the game-winning jumper, mid-range jumper for 2. So Reggie Jackson scores the final 5 points there for the Clippers and elevates them to a win over the Pistons without all of their players. So Reggie Jackson absolutely fitting in perfectly here. He's taking the starting role of the point guard position ever since Patrick Beverley has, out 3 to 4 weeks now, and he's absolutely getting it done. So Reggie Jackson, shout out to him, getting it done, being the leader without those, big superstars of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and still able to lead the team to a win. So absolutely love Reggie Jackson here at the starting point guard position, truly getting it done, and I think he's a little bit better than Patrick Beverley out here. So, Reggie Jackson, 29.6 rebounds for the game-winning shots, the last 5 points, all of those accolades as well. Luke Kennard in the starting lineup at the starting 2, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Zubac, 18 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. A fantastic night by him. Patrick Patterson, 0 points on 3 shots. And Terrence Mann, only 9 points on 33% shooting, 4 rebounds to go along with that. So it was really just Reggie Jackson out here doing it all. The bench, nothing great, but collectively decent. DeMarcus Cousins, 8 points, 3 rebounds off the bench. Rondo, 6 points, 4 assists. Nicholas Batum, 7 points. And Amir Coffey, 6.7 rebounds. Really just Reggie Jackson going beast mode, going clutch, winning the game. And so shout out to Reggie Jackson, truly. All right, for the Pistons now, Jeremy Grant did his thing, 28 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Sadiq Bey did his thing as kind of the number 2 of the squad, 17 points, 5 rebounds. The third leading scorer was Isaiah Stewart coming off the bench, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Mason Plumlee put up 11 points, 9 rebounds. Josh Jackson put up 9 points, 6 rebounds. Corey Joseph, 3 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. So just kind of nothing great here by this Pistons team. I mean, this is what we expect. There's nothing great. Jeremy Grant's good. Sadiq Bey could be good. Mason Plumlee is good, but not really deep, not really clutch. And that's the Pistons. So well done by the Clippers. Well done to Reggie Jackson. All right, let's go to this one. Magic and the Bulls, and man, oh man, truly disappointed in this Bulls team, man. What are we doing out here? 4-game losing streak, and you lose against the Magic? The Magic? I know we liked the Magic for a little bit since the trade deadline, but, they lost all their Magic. But they get it done, so well done for this Magic team. But man, the Bulls, the Mother 11 Bulls cannot win a game consistently to save their lives. They started 0-3 after the trade deadline. They won 3 games, and now they're back to 0-4. It's just not really anything good out here. And now the Bulls are the 10th seed. Possibly could kind of get beat out by the Raptors. And could you imagine this Bulls team not getting into at least a play-in tournament? Damn, that's real trash. So let's talk about it here. We'll start here with the Magic. Here's their starting lineup. Michael Carter-Williams, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists at the starting point guard position. Gary Harris at the starting shooting guard position. I think this is the first time he started out here, so very well done. 15 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds on 50% shooting. 3 of 4 from 3. Wonderful. Wendell Carter Jr., 19 points, 12 rebounds. Yes, sir. James Ennis, 22 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. And then Chuma Okeke, 9 points, 4 rebounds to round out the starters. So overall, very well done by everybody, and they got some good contribution from the bench. Terrence Ross, 11 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Cole Anthony, 10 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. So kind of got it all collectively done here by the Magic. So shout out to this Magic team. Where are they at currently? They're 14th. They're not going to get it done. They're only 4 games. 4.5, 5 games out from that 10 seed, so I guess they could make the run. It's definitely going to be hard for them, but man, oh man, if everybody just plays like this on a nightly basis, they could get it done. It's some nice role players out here, all collectively playing well together, so shout out to this Magic team for winning still getting it done, still wanting to win. I am all about it. Now let's talk about why this Bulls team did not get it done. What the heck, man? Alrighty, so here we go. Still rocking with Thaddeus Young in the starting lineup. I'm not a big fan of that. They're still only playing him 14 minutes. So, still kind of, a bench-esque player in minutes-wise. So here we go. Thomas Satoransky, 9 points, 6 assists, no rebounds on 57% shooting. Zach LaVine put up 30 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds on 50% shooting from the field, 6 of 12 from 3. Vucevic, 29 points, 11 rebounds. So, the two main players getting it done, but, just not getting others involved or others not taking their kind of scoring opportunities out here. Thaddeus Young, 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. A really not great game by him tonight or last night. Patrick Williams, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. He did good, but overall, it's just not resulting into a lot of points. I mean, he only took 4 shots, so he was efficient, 75% from the field for those 9 points, but resulting in a 9-point loss, 115-106 over the Magic at home. Come on. Now let's go to the bench. Daniel Theis is having good success out here, so once again, shout out to Daniel Theis. He should be in the starting kind of 4. Let Thaddeus Young come off the bench. He is better off the bench. We've seen that all season long. I would have Daniel Theis be in that starting 4. Thaddeus Young to come off the bench with Kobe White and to have them kind of facilitate the floor on their own. But Daniel Theis, he's not that great. He can't kind of be that main guy for the bench. He's not that great. Kind of have him with Vucevic and Zach LaVine. So Daniel Theis is kind of the third option out there. Coming off the bench, he's expected to kind of maybe even be the first option, maybe depending on if Kobe White's having a good night, but I would have Daniel Theis be in that starting lineup, man, and have Thaddeus Young come off the bench like we've seen him do all season long and see him thrive all season long on. Him coming off being in the starting lineup is not good. Alrighty. And I also hate, having somebody just be in the starting lineup just because, like Marc Gasol with the Lakers, like playing them like 10 minutes for the start of the game, but then, Montrezl Harrell playing like 25 minutes off the bench. I truly don't like that at all. But and they keep losing. But let's go over Daniel Theis here off the bench. 16 points, 6 rebounds. That's what I'm talking about. Get him in the starting rotation. Kobe White has lackluster games now. 2 points on 25% shooting. Lauri Markkanen only 6 points. So there's no points coming anywhere off the bench. Daniel Theis would be more serviceable up in the starting lineup, and Thaddeus Young would be more serviceable coming off the bench and running that squad with Kobe White and Lauri Markkanen. So Bulls lose, and they are truly disappointing me. Truly, they will be out of the top 10 come Friday. No doubt. Alrighty, let's keep going here. Knicks and the Pelicans. And the Knicks get the win here, 116-106 over New Orleans. So well done for this Knicks team. Let's see what happened here. Elfrid Payton, 11 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Good night by him. RJ Barrett, not a good night. 6 points on 20% shooting. 4 rebounds to go along with that. Taj Gibson getting into the starting rotation. I'm about it at the starting 5. 8 points, 10 rebounds on 80% shooting. Yes, sir. We'll take that. Julius Randle, 32 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Magnificent night. And then Reggie Bullock to round out the starters. 16 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. So overall, decent by the starters. Main man went wild, Julius Randle. Unfortunately, RJ Barrett couldn't kind of, be the co-signer for this win. Let's look at this bench now that Taj Gibson's in the starting lineup. We got Obi Toppin off the bench, only in 5 minutes, 0 points. Derrick Rose off the bench, 11 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. We'll take that in and shoot well, 35% on 14 shots, but, decent defense out there as well. Norval Pele, what do we got? I think this is the first time we've talked about him all season. 4 points, 3 rebounds in 12 minutes, and then this is where it gets good, folks. Alec Burks, 21 points, 7 rebounds off the bench, yes, sir. And then let's quickly shout out Emmanuel Quickley in only 10 minutes, 7 points. So not bad over here by the Knicks. Alrighty. We'll see, what's going to happen with this kind of, lineup. Just because Nerlens Noel wasn't in this game, that's why Taj Gibson got elevated. I don't expect Taj Gibson to stay in the starting lineup, but he did do pretty decent out there. So not bad overall by this Knicks team, able to get it done over the Pelicans without Lonzo Ball. So Eric Bledsoe still in that starting point guard position, and that man still does not step up. 6 points, 0 assists. You're the starting point guard in 27 minutes, and you have no assists? Come on. Eric Bledsoe truly just not good. He's just not really great out here. Najee Marshall, 14 points, 4 assists, 9 rebounds. Decent by him, starting to really step it up. I mean, we really haven't been calling his name all season, but now that Lonzo's out, they have to kind of, fill that spot somewhere. And Najee Marshall, nice game out here. 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. I'll take that all day on good shooting. 3 of 5 from 3, 55% overall from the field. Wonderful. All right, Steven Adams, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Zion, 25 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds on 52% shooting, a classic Zion game. And Brandon Ingram, leading scorer. He's putting together some good games here. Back-to-back, 28 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. He shot 40% and 2 of 6 from 3. But overall, he got it done, leading scorer. Just unfortunately, the scoring is a little light coming off the bench. And by Eric Bledsoe not getting it done. So off the bench, we get James Johnson. He had a good game, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Wasn't efficient from the 3, 1 of 6, but overall the 13 points will take it. Jackson Hayes, 8 points, 7 rebounds on 75% shooting. Yes, sir. Very not good defensively, as we see a minus 27 on the floor in only 16 minutes. Jeez Louise, man. Get it a little together defensively. But overall, if he can clean that up, we're all about it. And that was really it off the bench. So definitely are missing Lonzo Ball and Nickeil Alexander-Walker for kind of, that starting point guard role. Because Eric Bledsoe's really, truly not getting it too much done out there. So Knicks are able to get the win, 116-106 over the Pelicans. Alrighty, let's go to Pacers and Rockets. Pacers get the win, 132-124 over the Rockets. John Wall playing, can't get it done, unfortunately. So let's start here with the Pacers. Sabonis still at the 5 with Miles Turner out. Malcolm Brogdon, 23 points, 9 assists, 14 rebounds. Fantastic night. Karis LeVert, 27 points, led the team in scoring, 5 rebounds, 4 of 9 from 3. Sabonis at the 5, 22 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds. Good night. Justin Holiday, 5 points, 3 rebounds on 22% shooting. Not the greatest. And then Edmund Sumner at the 3 to round out the starter. 7 points in 15 minutes on 75% shooting. So not bad overall by the starters. The main people getting it done, the main 3, Sabonis, LeVert, Malcolm Brogdon. And then off the bench, we got some great production. Yes, sir. Finally, a good night by all the bench players here by this Pacers team. We get TJ McConnell, 12 points, 4 steals, 4 assists, 6 rebounds in only 21 minutes. A truly great night. Jeremy Lamb, 18 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. And O'Shea Brissett, in only 9 minutes, got 10 points. So we'll take that all day. So 3 great contributors here off the bench for this Pacers team. The main 3 get it done, and they're able to get the win over this Rockets team. All right, let's talk about this Rockets team now. All the starters really, truly got it done. It's just the bench now is truly lackluster, and that's what we know. I mean, they don't have Daniel House Jr. anymore because of injury, so they have to kind of make up all those spots now. So truly nothing great from this bench here, and that's why the Rockets lost. But let's talk about these starters here. John Wall, 31 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds. He put up 31 points while going 0 of 7 from 3. Truly a great night overall with everything, taken into account. Kevin Porter Jr., 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Christian Wood, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. Yes, sir. Kelly Olynyk, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 of 5 from 3. Fantastic. And then Jashawn Tate to round out the starters, 11 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. So, yes, all the starters got it done. Kelly Olynyk is still thriving on this team. Christian Wood is still getting it done. It's just, unfortunately, this bench is kind of really bad. Avery Bradley, only 5 points in 19 minutes. We get Kenyon Martin putting up 0 points on 4 shots. Armani Brooks, only 6 points there. And then DJ Wilson, only 2 points. So really nothing good off this bench. The starters tried to get it all done. Just unfortunately, the Pacers were a little bit deeper. So the Pacers get the win. Let's keep moving on. Warriors just absolutely blow out the Thunder. No Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but Steph Curry goes absolutely manic, helping his MVP case a little bit. And I'm telling y'all, if this Warriors team can somehow get up to that number 6 seed there in the West, I'll give Steph Curry MVP, man. He's 4 games out from that, not from that 6 seed. That 6 seed kind of guarantees you a spot in the playoffs. It means you're kind of really good, especially in this West. The West is so much better than the East this year. or most years. So gotta start winning some games here, and that's what the Warriors are doing. That's really elevating Steph Curry's draft stock or MVP stock. So I'm all about it. So let's start with this Warriors team. Once again, no Kelly Oubre Jr. for the Warriors, and they win. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so, man. I don't really think Kelly Oubre Jr. is that great for this Warriors team. So here we go. Steph Curry, 42 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 11 of 16 from the 3. Fantastic night by Steph Curry. Gosh darn. Kent Bazemore stepping up in lieu of Kelly Oubre Jr., 15 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds on 62% shooting, 3 of 4 from 3. Kevon Looney back at the 5, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Draymond Green, 12 points, 16 assists, 10 rebounds. And then Andrew Wiggins, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. An absolute blowout here of the Thunder. Off the bench, they all got some nice kind of scoring because they had a lot of minutes, so we don't really have to too much go after this. Let's just talk about this Thunder team now because we still got 4 more games to go. Running out of time here in the show. But here we go, the Thunder. What else we get? Theo Melendon, 11 points, 5 assists. Anybody do good? Darius Bazley with the 22 points, 8 rebounds. I'll take that. Moses Brown at the 5, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Nice night by him. But, yeah, I mean, no Dort, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What do we expect? So, Warriors an absolute blowout win, 147-109 over the Thunder. All right, we have another buzzer beater game winner here in the league last night. This time it's coming from Luka Doncic, and truly unfortunate for this Grizzlies team here. Grizzlies up 2 with 1.8 seconds left in the game, up 113-111. Dallas Mavericks inbounding the ball to Luka Doncic, and look at what Luka Doncic does. He just kind of goes a little floater, little under the defense, dribble, floater from 3, and it somehow falls. Game winner, Luka Doncic. Dallas Mavericks win by 1 because of this man. An absolutely killer assassin shooting the ball. We all know this. He's clutch as heck. We have to put him as probably one of the top 5 clutchest players in this league right now. LeBron when he's healthy, Damian Lillard, Jamal Murray, and Luka Doncic. Top 5 clutchest players. Donovan Mitchell, I meant, instead of Jamal Murray. But Jamal Murray's clutch as heck, too. So, I mean, maybe put him in top 5. But Luka Doncic out here winning games, floater 3. Who would have ever seen anything like that? But Luka Doncic is like, don't test me. I do this. Don't worry about me. So, let's start here with the Mavericks. Luka Doncic, 29 points, the game winner. 9 assists, 5 rebounds on 3 of 10 from 3. Josh Richardson, only 9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists on 33% shooting. The threes all across the board for that man. Kristaps Porzingis, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Maxi Kleber, 8 points on 27% shooting. Not great. 8 rebounds. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, 7 points, 6 rebounds on 37% shooting. So once again, can only really rely on Luka and Kristaps Porzingis for the starters. Off the bench, Tim Hardaway Jr., kind of floundering a little bit some of these games, these last 2-3 games. Only 11 points, no assists, 1 rebound for Tim Hardaway Jr. Dwight Powell, 12 points, 8 rebounds, pretty good night. And then J.J. Redick, 9 points, 3 of 4 from 3. Fantastic. J.J. Redick finally playing some games out here for this Mavericks team and, getting it done off the bench, being that 3-point shooter consistently, 75%. That's exactly all they want J.J. Redick to do. So that's what they got from him. All right, let's go to the Grizzlies now. Truly heartbreaking loss by them. Had the lead, 2-point lead with 1.8 seconds left. It's just, it's unfortunate that the buzzer beater fell. So here we go for the Grizzlies. John Morant, 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds on 46% shooting. Grayson Allen, 23 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds on 6 of 11 from 3. Great night by him. He actually led the team in scoring, so very, very well done. Jonas Valanciunas, 19 points, 15 rebounds. Classic game by him. Kyle Anderson, 7 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. And then Dylan Brooks, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds on 35% shooting. So overall, a decent night here by the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson, a little light scoring with only 22% for only 7 points. Off the bench here for the Grizzlies, Desmond Bane, 11 points, 5 assists. And that was really it. We get Brandon Clark, 6 points, 6 rebounds. Xavier Tillman, 7 points. Tyus Jones, 6 points, 5 assists. And John Kochar with only 2 points off the bench in 11 minutes. So just unfortunate. Luka hit the big shot. That's what it came down to. So well done for Luka. Clutch is clutch. We'll take it. Absolutely. Buzzer beaters, absolutely no problem with that. They're not lucky. You hit the shot. You played the shot how you had to play it, how you think it had to be played, and it went down. I don't knock any game winners, how far they are, how unorthodox of the shot is. You play the ball how you believe you have to play the ball once you catch the ball with the time, the defenders, how you have to get open, how you have to get that shot off. I'm all about it. So very well done to Luka last night. All right, let's go through these last 2 games a little bit quickly here. Let's finish up the NBA from last night. Nuggets, Heat. The Heat lose 123-106. So very well done by this Nuggets team, not letting that Jamal Murray loss kind of affect them too much. Monte Morris fills in at the starting point guard rotation here. 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Will Barton, a little flounderish here, only 6 points on 25% shooting. Jokic, back to Jokic things, 17 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Aaron Gordon, 16 points, 3 assists, 9 rebounds. He shot 63%. We also see him taking a lot more shots, and we would have to assume that's because no Jamal Murray. So points need to come from somewhere. Aaron Gordon takes it upon himself to get those points. And then Michael Porter Jr. led the team in scoring, 25 points, 10 rebounds on 3 of 6 from 3, 71% overall from the field. So this man is truly getting it done here. He's been absolutely consistent as heck after the All-Star break. That's really when he's really just put it fully in motion here. So truly well done by Michael Porter Jr. Now off the bench, some great productions here. JaMychal Green, 17 points, and PJ Dozier, 14 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. So they are definitely going to need some good bench scoring from here on out, missing Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon's going to have to pick up the slack of that point department a little bit. Will Barton will have to kind of pick up the slack of that point department of what Jamal Murray usually brings out here on the floor. And then, obviously having as many 10-point plus scorers off the bench as you can have, always great here. So very well done for JaMychal Green. And we'll see once again, is Austin Rivers going to join this team, help out this bench a little bit, maybe get the starter over Monte Morris, have Monte Morris come off the bench. But this Nuggets team, a true great win here after just losing their starting point guard, their star guard, just their last game. So a good win here by this Nuggets team. Let's talk about this Heat team now. Why did they lose? Who did not step up? Jimmy Butler, 13 points, 9 assists, 3 rebounds on 62% shooting. Alrighty, that's what he does. Trevor Ariza, 13 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Bam Adebayo led the team in scoring, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, getting it done in every facet of the game. Duncan Robinson, only 9 points. He took 3 of 6 from 3. Alrighty. And then Kendrick Nunn, 16 points, 4 rebounds, but the bench did not get it done. Tyler Hero, 5 points on 20% shooting on 5 shots. Absolutely not great at all. Precious Achiuwa, 6 points. He took 3 shots. He hit 66%, but no real good, meaningful points out here off the bench. So that's a huge reason why they lost this game. Nobody going beast mode. Nobody putting up 25 like Michael Porter Jr. does. Nobody getting 17 points off the bench. So this Heat team, man, I don't know what's wrong with them. I truly don't understand why they're not winning more games out here. The shooting is truly lackluster, and they truly do live and die by the 3. They live and die by the shots that they put up, but they've got the pieces to win. Victor Oladipo shouldn't be kind of holding them back too much. They're not playing. Alrighty, and then the last game of the night, the Wizards and the Kings, and the Wizards get the win here. Russell Westbrook does his thing. 25 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds, 7 turnovers, though, but it results in a win, so who cares anymore, honestly, right? Bradley Beal, 31 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Alex Len, 8 points, 10 rebounds. Nice night by him. Rui Hachimura, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and then Denny Avdija, 11 points, 4 rebounds. And then off the bench, some nice stuff here. Davis Bertans, 16 points, 4 rebounds off the bench. Love seeing this man back in action. 3rd leading scorer. That's exactly where he belongs. The team goes Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, Davis Bertans. That's how it should go, and that's how it was this game. So well done to Davis Bertans. And also shout out Ish Smith. Finally healthy here. 3 straight games, I think, back. 10 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. So very well done for this Wizards team. to get the win. I still think it's a little too late for them to try and do anything, no? What do we got them? They're 12th here in the East, and only a game back from that 10th spot. So, alrighty, let's start kind of rooting for this Wizards team a little bit more. Let's start taking them a little bit more seriously, because if the Bulls aren't going to go and solidify that 10th spot, I'm all about the Raptors or this Wizards team overtaking that 10th spot. So, I'm truly all about it. Wizards getting it done, Russell Westbrook getting it done, and that's all you could ask for. So, all right, let's finish off here with the Kings. All right, anything good here? De'Aaron Fox, 33 points, 6 steals, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Great night by him, 46% overall from the field. Buddy Hield, 19 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds on 4 of 9 from 3. Damian Jones at the 5, his first game up here, and didn't have a good one. 5 points, 4 rebounds. Maurice Harkless, 2 points, 0 rebounds, 2 assists, but he only took 2 shots. And then Harrison Barnes at the 3, 18 points, 7 rebounds on 50% shooting. Anything good off the bench? We got Terrence Davis, 12 points off the bench, and Hassan Whiteside coming off the bench, 12 points, 9 rebounds. Yes, sir. Get Hassan Whiteside back in. Is this his first game back? What do we got for Hassan Whiteside here? Stats. What do we got? Can we look at games? Whatever. It doesn't look like we can get it quickly. So we will move off of that. We will move off of that. All right. So Hassan Whiteside getting it done off the bench. We love it. All right. So that was the NBA from last night. Let's quickly update our totals for MVP and Sixth Man of the Year. We did this. We didn't do it live, but I did do it after the show and distribute the points like that. So we are still on pace here. But let's see what we got from last night. Giannis, he did not play, and their team absolutely blew him out. So we give you -3 for the not playing, and we'll just leave. Well, we'll give them -4 because they didn't need him. They did not need him. But Karl Anthony Towns didn't play. So we'll kind of cancel that out and just kind of leave it at the -3 here for Giannis. So he goes to -7 here, missing all these games. Not real good for Giannis. Alrighty, James Harden did not play last night for the Nets, but they lose, so I'll give a -3 for James Harden, but then I'm going to knock it down to only a -1 out there because Kyrie Irving couldn't get it done himself. So James Harden goes to -3 in the MVP race. Joel Embiid did play last night, and they win, so they get 2 points. Give Joel Embiid 2 points here off the rip for the win and for his production out on the floor. 39 points, 13 rebounds. Great overall. A -1 on the floor, not great there. So we'll give him an extra point for those 39 gosh darn points. Fantastic. So we'll give him 3 points here. He goes to +12 overall. Fantastic. Damian Lillard. Oh, good. No, they didn't play last night. They didn't play last night, but whenever they do play, I'm always afraid because they keep losing. So, all right. Damian Lillard didn't play. Jokic, the Nuggets did play last night in a huge win by them. Freaking love it. So they get 2 points for the win. Jokic, 17 points, a triple-double, a +7. We'll give him 1 more extra point here. He didn't lead the team in scoring, kind of tied second with Jermichael Green. So we'll give him 3 points there, moving him up to 7 points overall in our MVP race. And then Steph Curry, geez Louise, what a game from him. They get the win, so 2 points off the rip. He put up 42 points. Fantastic. Led the team in points, obviously. Didn't lead the team in assists or rebounds. Shot 11 of 16 from 3, so we'll give him probably another point. Did we give him another 2 points? 42 points. Didn't even really play in the fourth quarter that much. So we'll give him a 3rd point here. Do we give him 42 points is fantastic. We'll give him 3 points here. He moves up to 8 in the MVP race. So still Joel Embiid is still our MVP frontrunner with 12 points. And let's go to the Sixth Man of the Year. The Lakers did not play, so we don't have to worry about Montrezl Harrell. The Jazz did not play, so we don't have to worry about Jordan Clarkson. Tim Hardaway Jr. did play, so let's go to the Mavs. The Mavs ended up losing the game against... Oh, no, they won because of the buzzer beater. Luka Duka gets it done. Luka Duka gets it done. That's got to be his nickname. All right, so here we go. Tim Hardaway Jr., 2 points for the win. 11 points, no rebounds, no assists, minus 11 on the floor. The worst plus minus in the game here for the Mavericks. So we'll give him 1 point. He gets 2 for the win, but maybe 1 point just of the lack of production that he brought. So he goes up to 4 points. And then Thaddeus Young in the Bulls, minus 2 points for the loss. Minus 2 points for the loss. And let's see if we have to move him back for the performance. A minus 8 on the floor. Only 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Nothing really great there. Shot 20%, so we'll knock him off 1 more point. So minus 3 points for Thaddeus Young, moving him to 2 plus 2 points. And now Montrezl Harrell is still our 6th man of the year. So that's where our point totals lie from last night's action. So let's see what's on tap for today. We'll do our moneymaker. Don't think we're going to make it to Cade Johnson today in our NFL draft prospect of the day, so we'll have to squeeze him in tomorrow. But here we go. Only 4 games on tap tonight, but we get primetime nationally televised games, folks, so that's real good too. So here we go. Bucks Hawks at 7:30 on TNT. We'll see as Giannis finally back in action tonight. Warriors Cavs, Celtics Lakers. 10 o'clock on TNT. Going to be a good one for the Celtics team. Can they overcome the defense of this Lakers team? And then Suns and Kings, the last game of the night. So let's see what we have for the point totals. And let's get a nice little moneymaker on here today. Alrighty. Let's see who's in and who's out. Let's get these lines refreshed. Alrighty, here we go. Bucks, Hawks, Bucks minus 4.5, Hawks plus 4.5. Giannis is a game-time decision. And then for the Hawks, Danilo Gallinari, game-time decision. Tony Snell is out. Chris Dunn is out. John Collins is out. Trae Young is a game-time decision. And Cam Reddish is out already. I like this Hawks team. Don't get me wrong, but this is a huge matchup here for the Hawks. I mean, when was their last good quality win? Let's see. They beat the Raptors, the Hornets, and the Bulls their last 3 games. That's where their winning streak is coming from. They lost against the Grizzlies bigly, like 20 points. They beat the Pelicans. They beat the Warriors. They beat the Pelicans. They beat the Spurs. They lost to the Suns by 7. They lost to the Nuggets. So this Hawks team, and I do like them, and they are, above average, but they're not. They can't beat these best teams, especially if Giannis is playing, not going to win. This spread kind of indicates that Giannis may not go, but even if Giannis doesn't go or not, I kind of like what this Bucks team is doing. Kind of even without Giannis, they're still getting kind of wins and being decent competitively all around. So I'm gonna go the Bucks here minus 4. I love this Hawks team. I love Trae Young. I love Clint Capella. Lou Williams out the bench is decently getting it done as well. Bogdanovich is getting it absolutely done for this Hawks team. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're ready to kind of compete with the upper echelon teams just quite yet. So we'll swallow the 4 here for the Bucks. Bucks minus 4. All right, then we get the Warriors and the Cavs. Warriors minus 6.5, Cavs plus 6.5. Alrighty, we just saw Jared Allen back for his first game, getting it done there for the Cavs, getting the win. We just saw the Warriors just absolutely blow out the Thunder last night. So both teams in a back-to-back. Both teams in a back-to-back, not in the bath with each other, and they both got some nice wins. So Kelly Oubre is a game-time decision. Now that could hurt the Warriors. I mean, Steph Curry's looking real good and winning games without Kelly Oubre Jr. in the lineup, so that could hurt them if he does go. And then for the Cavs, Damian Dotson is out, and Colin Sexton's a game-time decision. Now, if Colin Sexton plays, this Cavs team is going to be a little refreshed out here, looking real good. So I do like the Cavs plus 6.5 here. Think we're going to stay away from it just because it's the Warriors and Steph Curry's on his MVP grind right now. We respect it and we want to see it happen. So we want this Warriors team to win. I do like the Cavs plus 6.5 though. We'll stay. I think I'm going to stay away from this one. I can't really trust the Cavs too much. I know they looked good last night, but it was against the Hornets. So we'll stay away from it. All right, then we get the Celtics and the Lakers. Ooh, Celtics minus 6, Lakers plus 6. I did not really expect the spread to be kind of like that. All right, but let's see what we get here for the ins and out. Evan Fournier is a game-time decision here for the Celtics. And did he play last game? He didn't play last game, right? Damn, all righty. and they still beat the Blazers. Kind of freaking good. So watch out for Evan Fournier if he's good to go for this game. Just COVID-19 protocols. And then for the Lakers, LeBron's obviously still out. Anthony Davis is obviously still out. Andre Drummond's a game-time decision. Kyle Kuzma's a game-time decision. Dennis Schroeder is a game-time decision. And I think this kind of spread is kind of indicating that some of these players that are game-time decisions, I would expect at least one of these players not to be if the spread is kind of -6 for the Celtics. That really doesn't make that much sense to me. The Lakers have good defense, and the Celtics aren't that deep off the bench. If we can have a firm grasp of who's in and out, let's go to NBA Fantasy Labs and see if there's any good information on any of these game time decisions. Maybe Colin Sexton is questionable, so he probably doesn't go. So that's good. Good that we're staying away from that. Alrighty, Kyle Kuzma's probable, so that's good. So that's what we know for the Lakers. Marcus All probable, Wes Matthews probable, Dennis Schroeder probable, Markieff Morris questionable. Alrighty, so at least Dennis Schroeder looking like he's good to go. Kyle Kuzma looking like he's good to go. Andre Drummond is still a little bit of a question mark here. We're still not firm on his status. And same thing with Evan Fournier. We're really not sure. But I'm going to take the 6 here with the Lakers. I think their defense gets it done. I think that's a lot of points to give up. I like the Celtics overall, but I mean, it's just whatever Jason Tatum does. And if he gets locked down or if he doesn't have a great night, there's nobody else to really pick up the slack of points-wise for this Celtics team, especially without Evan Fournier. If they have Evan Fournier, they have no bench. If they have Evan Fournier, they have one bench player. That's really all it is. So I'm going to rock with the points here by the Lakers. I think this is a good value with the +6 now, knowing that Dennis Schroeder and Kyle Kuzma are probably going to go. So they're looking good out there. And then the last game of the night here, Kings, Suns. Kings +12.5, Suns -12.5. Raquan Holmes still out for the Kings. Marvin Bagley out for the Kings. And then for the Suns, just Abdel Nader is out. So we're going to just rock here with the Suns -12.5. Let's beef up this moneymaker a little bit. This one should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy to hit. This Kings team is just so really not great. They're not consistently good defensively. They can put up some points at sometimes, but at the end of the day, they're going to have no big. Jay Crowder's going to eat all over these boys. Their main big, I'm blanking out. Why am I blanking on the name? Why am I blanking on that man's name? What is going on? What's this man's name? DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I knew it was DeAndre. I couldn't think of the last name. So DeAndre Ayton's going to eat all day down low. Easy game here for the Suns. Once again, chasing that number 1 seed in the Western Conference. They're only a game and a half back from the Jazz, and the Jazz don't play tonight. So they have a chance to just be a half a game back against the Jazz here. This is what the Suns want. This is what I know Chris Paul is dying for home court advantage throughout the entire playoffs for once in his career, and finally kind of get to the NBA Finals and have it be on his home court in Game 7 if it comes to that. So I got the Suns here, a blowout win, -12.5. We'll swallow it. So our moneymaker today for the NBA, Bucks -4, Lakers +6, Suns -12.5. Feeling very, very, very confident in all these games tonight. Alrighty, before we go, let's see if anything broke as we were live. Anything going on here? Ooh, Seahawks are signing pass rusher Aldon Smith. Alrighty, I'm about him. Falcons release running back Ito Smith. Ito. The running game wasn't anything great. I don't even think Ito got in the starting lineup at all, and they were working with like Devontae Smith, arthritis knees, or not Devontae Smith. Why did I say that? I just jinxed that, man. Jesus. I'm sorry, Devontae. Do not develop arthritis in your knees. Who are we talking about? The Rams. The Rams ex running back. Arthritis in the knees. Alrighty. Doesn't look like anything is broken here. Oh, yeah, I was going to talk about this today on the show, but I didn't really want to kind of make it a big thing. But ESPN is kind of like giving their draft comparisons of what the draft prospects, what their comp is in the league right now. And they said that Kyle Pitts is like Plexico Burress. Okay, they're both 6'5". One's a tight end, one's a wide receiver. Why would you not just say Darren Waller for Kyle Pitts? That's literally the comp that Kyle Pitts is Darren Waller. So I don't know what they were smoking over there. That makes no sense, bro. Truly makes no sense. All right, but let's see. Anything else good? Doesn't seem to be, so I think we're good to head out of here. Alrighty. Ooh, Saquon Barkley getting right. Yes, sir. Look at this man exercising in the gym. Love it. Alrighty. So we are out of here. We're back tomorrow live, noon Eastern, ready to run it back, and we will get Kate Johnson tomorrow on the show. So, all right, we're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you.